Yo,
We back.
what's up, homie?
What's going on, man?
It's the man, Disco Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another lovely episode of the one and only T and Henny Show. Got my man Dirk.
I'm here. Quarantine and chill.
Quarantine.
Derek Jones, aka Russell Wilson.
Whoa! the lovely Lex, y'all. She's a little under the weather today. She couldn't join us. Oh, get better, Lex. Get better, Lex. We know you out there probably watching. We don't need you stressing yourself. So I'm gonna hold it down. You know how I'm gonna do. Derek gonna help me bring up the rear, so we good.
That's right.
Oh damn! We look at this here already. We can't even get the show going if somebody talking to you, Dirk. What's that about? Already. If y'all don't know,
I'm about to pledge your fraternity in a couple of weeks, man.
We got my man Brandon over there, y'all. He lit the show up last week. For y'all to know, go check out the last episode, and you can see what he had to say. Today's topic: toxic relationships, situationships. Leave them alone. My man Dirk, what you got to say about that? First of all, what is a toxic relationship? I know you're an expert over here.
Oh my, wow, that's a huge question because there's so many different ways you can look at that, right? Toxic is something that infringes upon your happiness, right? If you're in a relationship and every day, or frequently, it's kind of like a debilitating thing. Like you can't even function in your own peace and your own happiness, and that could be abused. That could be y'all just don't get along. And you dealing with it because you feel like you got to stay for whatever reason. We can talk about that later. But, sometimes you got to realize that you don't belong there. And either you're going to fix it or you're going to leave. But to sit in it for the rest of your life or for 2 years or 6 months, toxic as hell. So
I'm sorry, my man.
That's the short and sweet. I know we're going to get into some stuff in a minute.
Yeah, we're going to get into some good stuff. My definition is pretty much what you just said, bro. I mean, it can't even get no sweeter than that. There's a lot of people that are in it. This show isn't even about relationships, one side as far as male and female, or a love relationship. Let's say that. It's different type of relationships than a male, woman. We're talking about all type of relationships, friendships, working relationships. Business partners. Those are the. What's up, Aiken? How you doing, bro? Thank you for coming, man. And those are the type of things we're talking about today, y'all. So it's a mixture of it. And we're going to jump right here and straight into this one. All take, no give. Any relationship in which you experience withdrawals of energy without deposits will leave you in the negative. What do you think about this, sir?
I mean, it's like when you're in a that whether it's male or female, because it could go either way, but energy is real, right?
It is, man.
And how you feel every day is real. And if you're living with somebody or dating someone that's taking that energy away from you, that's why I say happiness. If someone's sucking that happiness and that energy out of you on a daily basis, you got to do a gut check on yourself.
You have to, bro. You have to. If you're experiencing a major withdrawals and nobody's making a deposit into your happiness, like, why are you there? You're going to keep getting drained. This person is going to keep coming to the bank and keep withdrawing from the ATM. Why? Because you gave him the PIN number.
My frat brother Brandon gave an excellent definition.
Where my man at? Brandon, your frat brother. Here we go. A toxic relationship is a relationship benefiting someone else at the expense of yourself. Or is it supposed to be at the expense of yourself? A toxic relationship is a relationship benefiting someone else at the expense of yourself. I agree. Absolutely.
Yep. I agree with you, Brandon. Take a picture of this.
This might be few and far between right here. He's agreeing with you, B. Finland. Yeah, we definitely have a toxic work relationship, you bastard. Threw a damn frog in my car. But that's a whole nother story. All right, let's go back over here. Let's touch on this real quick. Feeling drained. This is one of the signs of toxic relationships. If instead of feeling happy and productive, you're always mentally, emotionally, and even physically drained, it's time to reevaluate. No relationship should have you feeling drained, man. You just shouldn't. You shouldn't. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, people don't realize that a lot of stuff happens mentally, emotionally. And, we talk about mental health. People always think about the clinical stuff, but it's people that's out here living with depression and anxiety and stress every day. And they don't call it that because they're not going to see a doctor for it, or they're not on no pills, but it's real and it can take you out, all because you feel like you in love.
I feel like it, man.
Yeah, like you in love.
Feel like you in love. That's that. Love. Somebody said to me earlier, posted on my page earlier, love will make you do these things. Nah, love don't make you do that. Yeah. It's not love at all. Love will have you feeling euphoric, man. Have you feeling great, chilling. You know what I mean? Feeling wanting more of that. Nah,
it's not going to be like, doves and flowers every day, but for somebody to just drain the life out of you every day, that ain't nothing cool about that.
Oh, absolutely. Ashley says many toxic people are drawn to one another. There isn't always one toxic person and the other is the one being drained.
That is very true. Misery does love company.
Man, do they ever.
And broken people find another broken person. Like I said on one of my shows, it's like if your emotions is like a little baby, you want, like, if your baby is a toxic baby, you want that baby to live somewhere where that baby feels safe. And it's only going to feel safe in another toxic environment.
My man, you just broke it down all the way for us. So I'm going to put it back up here again. Feeling drained. If instead of feeling happy and productive, you're always mentally, emotionally, and even physically drained, it's time to reevaluate. If you're coming home every day, if it's a love sex relationship, if you're coming home every day and this person is always, make you feel some type of way, like, or you had to sit outside in your car for 20 minutes before you walk through the door, because you're trying to prepare yourself for what's going on inside, man, that's got to go. I mean, that's no, I got the perfect thing for you. You know what? When it's time, when you're doing all that, you know what it's time for, D?
What? Get the fuck out. Oh, what the heck?
It's time, baby. You got to get up out of there, baby. You got, if you're experiencing that, man, that relationship is done. If you have a work partner, man, if you feel like you're doing all the work, and running the business, you're doing all the work, or this person is always constantly pulling from you, or somehow you feel that your energy is drained, man, it's got get the fuck out. This dude, you got to go, baby. You got to go, man. You just got to make yourself happy. Ultimately, you have to.
We on the roll. I agree with Brandon again.
What Brandon say, man? 30. Where's Brandon at? All right, let's pop. 30 million women. 30 million women, or 1 in 4, take head meds. A lot of people need to stop looking at booties and look at medicine. Hey, you know what? We laughing, B. We laughing, but you're right, man. Well, I don't know about as far as if that many women are taking medicine, but we just got to start asking those questions, bro. I believe. I mean, I know it's HIPAA laws and all that, but that's for other people not being able to tell you information. But we got to start talking about that.
I did a podcast called Stop Looking. Where did it? Hold on one second. I said I think the title was Stop Looking for a Soulmate When You Really Need a Therapist.
Right. Okay.
And it's true, right? Like,
yeah, you're right, bro.
Like, a lot of us are really like, we jacked up as far as like stuff we've been through as a kid, things we go through life, and we got mental problems, right? And I would say by and large, a lot of us are dealing with stuff. We just try to make it look pretty. But a lot of times when we talk about like being drained and being in a toxic relationship, we always think about what the other person is doing to us. But sometimes we create it ourselves. Sometimes we sitting out in the driveway for an extra hour to go in because we're afraid to have a conversation. And so we create an environment where we're afraid of how the person is going to react. And we keep ducking and dodging it. And now your home isn't even peaceful anymore. And in that in itself is toxic.
My man. Ashley says he is not wrong. When I was dating, I would always look in men's medicine cabinet. What the hell you doing snooping around people's house, man? Just nosy. You're going to find something you ain't want to see one day. Well, I guess not anymore, but that's just... Hey, Derek, you ever snooped around somebody's house, man? I would like to know. Ladies, do y'all do that?
In a cabinet for meds before, but that's...
I wonder, though, man.
these days, especially in 2020, it's probably more often than not. You never know.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you a story, man. I had left a young lady in my house one day, right? I had went to work and I came back. Oh, man, look, she cleaned that joint, spick and span. I'm talking about from top to bottom. But you know what she did, bro? The next day, she told me my social security number.
Oh yeah,
I said, huh? She read all my social security number, man. I'm like, what the?
I had somebody do that one time.
I look back, I had left my social security card out on the windowsill, and she memorized that joint. Like, why do you know that?
Yeah, and I've had a couple do background checks, like after the first date.
After the what?
Oh yeah. You know, around in the DMV, folks be working for these agencies, and they like, oh yeah, let me go in and run that real quick.
They terrible, man. Why these? I mean, I guess you got to check who you're dating, man. I guess you need to know. But you know what? That ain't even what this story is about today. Occupied with imbalance. One-sided relationship can never run smoothly. I agree. One person can't be doing it all. One person can't be putting more effort than the other. It should be everybody should be adding equally to the relationship, the situationship, whatever it is. I mean, you can't. One person just can't do it. It's not going to be anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not going to grow.
Ashley said that I continue to date her. Absolutely not. I don't do that. Like So, and this is probably like slightly off. It's not about. Well, I guess technically that could turn into something toxic. But when you rolling with people that actually like care about their safety, they're like, let me write your license plate number down and send it to my girl and all. Like, I've been down that road before too. But you to be running a whole background check.
Yeah, man.
I was like, nah, that's a precursor to some things to come.
Hell yeah, man. What you running the background check on me for? I don't do it to you. Why you doing it to me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just cut it out, bro. Well, do you really want to know like what this person really did? Well, I guess you do.
I mean, to a certain extent.
I guess you do.
About first date though, like I know people scared and they like, I want to make sure that I'm not, falling for somebody and whatever. But that's a lot. That's a lot of personal stuff that we may not even make it to the second date, and you already, digging in the crates.
Hey man, look, catch a female going through your stuff, man. Or find out she did a background check on you, bro. Get the fuck out. That's all you can do, bro. That's all you can do, man.
You got to. and Suge is one of my favorite 3 words. Love you more.
You have to love.
I actually got a T-shirt coming out tomorrow that says that.
You have to love. Ironically, you more. Yeah, you're right. You do. You have to love you more, man, because these situations. I got some good bullets coming up here. We're gonna get right to that shit. What Michelle say? Michelle says it's an easy search on the court website. Man, stop snitching, man. Stop telling everybody. Let me take that off there, man. Everybody.
Yeah, you giving up too much info.
Everybody don't need to know that, man. What you searching for, Michelle? Huh? What you looking for? It make no daggone sense. Everybody don't need to know that.
That's true.
Love the person, man. Let them show you who they are early, because that person might have done something in the past that he paid his dues for, what have you, and you're gonna use that against him. You're gonna start looking for stuff, and the first thing he does that you deem is wrong, boom, is over. You just cheat yourself out of the whole situation.
Yeah,
dude, man, what Brandon say?
Yeah, we're gonna get him. We can get him out the way. We're gonna just say no.
Do men and women add equally in 2020 though? Hey, B, I don't know, man. That's a whole nother continuation to the last show, bruh. Where we at? Constant judgment. In judgmental relationships, criticism is not intended to be helpful, but rather to belittle.
Yeah,
man, it's a lot of that. Even in friendships, man. How can you got? I know y'all. Everybody has that one friend that always says something to them that's downing them, man, or make them think they ain't worth anything, or something like that. I know we got it.
That's that right there. Like people, when you say judgmental and belittling, sometimes people think of it as like this egregious act, and sometimes you've been with the person so long that belittling has become a part of life, and you don't even realize that that's even what it is, right? People will say stuff to you thinking it's funny, and inside you hurting, but you don't really know how to communicate it, so you just suck it up and you keep it moving.
Right, and all that does is lay the foundation for them to keep doing it, man. They're gonna keep doing it, keep thinking it's okay. You're not saying anything.
Absolutely.
So they're gonna keep rocking with it. You know, they're gonna keep rocking with it, man. And you shouldn't be subject to that. Why are you subjecting yourself to that? Those ain't friends, man. Those,
Yeah.
and if your partner, your mate, or whatever you want to call it, spouse or whatever, if they're doing that to you, why are you there? What purpose is that serving in your life? How is that energy helping you move forward? How is that moving the relationship forward? It's not. It's stalling. It's moving it backwards, actually.
Non-judgmental communication, man. It's the easiest and the hardest thing to do for people to talk to somebody and not have that judgmental tone or that belittling tone or emasculating and all of that. Man. Like,
it's terrible.
That happens all the time.
It's terrible, bro.
If you was a real man, you would. And I'm
like, my God,
there it is.
There it is. And you know what, man? Those are red flag warning signs, man. If your spouse says that to you, if you was a real man, come on, man. Don't be saying that to them. Talk to them in a way that they understand, man. That's going to help them move forward. That's going to move the situation forward.
If you start out a sentence like that ain't that. The only purpose for that is to try to hurt somebody.
That's it.
That's the only reason.
That's all, man. There is absolutely no other way. Or I think it's to lay dominance. You know, you know what I mean? It's no other way. Hey, I just put up the link.
Yep. Somebody come on, jump up in here.
Come on, man. Y'all can join the party now.
Click that link and you'll be able to come up in here. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
We'll get you in here.
Who's taking Lex place? And I know somebody got something to say with your smart mouth selves. All right, let me get to the next one here. Non-stop narcissism. If the other party's interest in the relationship is really just a reflection of him or herself, it's impossible to achieve any kind of balance. Do y'all understand what that is? Let me read that one more time. Non-stop narcissism. If the other party's interest in the relationship is really just a reflection of him or herself, it's impossible to achieve any kind of balance. So if this person is just constantly making it about him or her, everything is because of what they did. You know, the relationship is going great because of them. You know, you're looking good because of this person. Roll out, man. No. You know what? Don't roll out.
Get the fuck out.
How long did it take you to find that, man?
Hey, baby, this is what I do, baby. I've been working over here. I almost ain't eating dinner trying to set up this show for tonight, baby.
Yeah, that narcissism thing, you know, under the umbrella of that is manipulation. Right. It's you know, when the person is making you feel like you're the problem so that they can have that control. And then like the thing said, it all comes back to me being the hero of the story. Like, you always gonna be wrong. If you in the house with a narcissist, they always gonna make you feel like crap.
Absolutely.
Welcome,
what's up,
Shug? Welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Shug? What you got to say today?
No, I agree with y'all. I mean, like I try to say, y'all were talking before about the judgment and stuff. I try to tell my friends always that this is a no judgment zone. I will love you regardless, and I'll support you in the best way that I can. I'm going to give my advice. I'm going to say what I need to say, whether you like it or not. But I'm not going to judge you. If you stay in an abusive relationship, if you stay whatever, I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to try to encourage you to get out of it. I'm going to try to encourage you to love yourself more or whatever. But I'm not going to judge at all.
And that's a good friend right there. You shouldn't judge, man. We shouldn't be judging our friends. I mean, they may do some things that we deem as dumb, but talk to them, you know, try to help them get about that situation, man. I mean, certain things may be hard for some people, you know,
right? Some
people might got to talk about something 50 times,
right,
before they can do something about it that once, you know.
Yeah.
And that's and it's just a way of life, man. It's just how it is. It's just how some people are wired.
Yeah, some people have to go through what they have to go through. They have to endure what they need to endure, go through it, and then hopefully eventually see.
Yes, absolutely.
See the light. I gotta see the light.
Let me get to this next one. Shug, you sticking around?
Yeah.
All right, let me get to this next one. What was the last one? The narcissist. All right, got it. Loaded with negative energy. It's almost impossible for anything positive to come out of a relationship filled with negativity. This is how I perceive this as saying, and my interpretation of it. If someone is constantly down in you, down in a relationship, down in everything, even down in themselves all the time, man. That's or your friends, man. Your friends always talking negative about how they want to fight somebody, or that bitch don't look better than me, or always if it's always something negative, the relationship is not going to grow. It can't go anywhere. Why be around that? That negativity is going to rub off on you. You know that I believe in that type of energy, man. That transference of energy will stick. You know, what you put out, you get back. So if you always around those negative vibes and absorbing those negative vibes, what do you think you're going to be? Yeah. So if two negative people are always together, how do you grow from that? How do you move forward? How do you get anything out of that at all? Period.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't think it's going to work. Dirk, what you say?
Well, you know, the other perspective on this is some people enjoy it.
Think
right? So? I've run into several, you know, way back in the day. I ran into several women that wanted that type of negativity and that type of abuse.
Well, hold on. Wanted what?
No. Hold on. It's not that they wanted it. It's not that they wanted it.
What is it?
It might be that yeah, hold up. Wait a minute.
Okay.
No, it's that's what they're used to.
True.
If they don't know any better, they can't feel any better. If they've never seen anything different, they can't receive anything different.
Absolutely.
So you have to be able to see. So it's like that saying, there's a saying that find someone that can love you through your pain. Even though we're supposed to work on ourselves and all that, we are supposed to work on ourselves. But sometimes we don't know how to. I used to say this about growing up in you know, bad neighborhoods and stuff. If I never seen any better, I might not have been any better than what I was living in that environment. If that's all I saw, that's why the cycle keeps happening. If you don't see anything different, how are you supposed to know about anything different? If you don't know no better, you can't get no better.
Now, on that same note, on that same note,
you know, and the reason why I said it that way is because when I went on this date with this I try not to say female because some people get crazy when you say female.
It's a female, bro.
We'll talk about that in a minute. I had to learn why.
I already know. I've been through all of them. I'm like 15 classes of.
But I went on a date with this young
female
lady, right? We'll say young lady, and she said, "You're too nice."
Hey, dude, I had somebody tell me that, bro.
I want to feel like if you had to, that you'd hit me. Not that you would, but I want to feel like you would if you could. Like if you had to, I want to feel the threat of it. And I was like, what? Huh?
Wow.
I was like, what?
Hey, you know what you should have did, bro?
Get the fuck out.
Trust me. I got the hell up out of there. I was like, what? So you want to go all the way to the end and then you want me pull back? I don't understand. Like,
no, that's stupid. I mean, that's women that they don't know no better. They ain't seen nothing different. They don't okay, so I say I want a man that knows how to be a man. I want a man that's a man. Like I want a man that knows how to be a man that can protect me, provide for me, be there for me, be supportive to me, all of that. Be the gentleman, like old school. That's just my thing. But I don't want no man that's gonna hit me. I don't want no man to raise his hand to me because I'll flip out. I know I will. I've done it before. So I don't want to go there. So I don't want him to go there. But I do want a man that knows how to be a man, but not to hit me. What? Yeah. She's got something wrong with her. Walk away.
Wow.
Walk away.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And you know what? People unfortunately, when they stay in those environments, they live the rest of their lives jumping from one to another to the same thing, and then they'll be the ones that be like, "I can't find a good man."
Yeah, and they don't push away. But I've had that, man. I've had females say, "Oh man, you too nice," or "You too soft," or you know, I ain't used to nobody like you," or "No, you're not aggressive enough." I've had that. I'm like, "Damn, what you want me to do? Snatch your ass up? Like, what do you want?" I'm trying to be a gentleman to you, shorty. I ain't trying to give you all that. I'm trying to catch no charge fucking with you. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the mentality of people that are toxic. Those are toxic people themselves, and they don't even realize it.
You're right.
But they're looking they're looking for, I know, because I've been in an abusive relationship, so I know what it did to me.
Right.
And I know that a lot of times it wasn't him. A lot of times it was me provoking him.
Oh,
Because
let's
that's
talk on
what I
that real
was
quick.
used to.
Let's talk on that real
Yeah,
quick. So break that down for us.
no, so that's what I was used to. I was used to the fighting. I was used to the arguing. So I would step to him. I knew that's what I was doing. I mean, granted, I didn't stay long. I didn't stay in a relationship long, 6 months, and that was it, and I was done. But it was long enough for me. And I could see the change in me. And then I saw it in another relationship years later. Years later, I was provoking the guy to be aggressive to me.
Right.
And I was like, this is not healthy. It's just not healthy. So I did work on me, but that's what I do. I learned to do work on me before I get into another relationship. Y'all know I've been single forever, so I do work on
Me
me.
too,
I
homie.
take the time.
Me too.
I take the time out for myself. Now, it's sometimes a little bit too long, but I would rather be by myself than be in anything toxic from myself or from them. Like, I don't want to give toxic, and I don't want them to give me toxic.
Brandon says women want to be 2020 progressive women and want 1950s men with a do-rag on with the cape.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Like, this is the problem that we have. We have the problem of men versus women, women versus men. First of all, no gender is all alike. I'm not that woman. I'm not I'm an old school woman. I know how to cook. I will cook. I love to cook. I like to clean. I like to do all of that stuff. So I'm gonna keep my job. I ain't gonna sit home and be barefoot and pregnant. I can't have no babies. Thank you, Jesus. But I do want an old school man. I do. I want a man that knows how to be a gentleman. I think that we get stuck on blaming the opposite gender because we've not seen anything different. I believe there are good men out there. Like, I know good men. Disco, I think you're a good guy. I do. I think you're a good guy. Derek, I don't know you like I know Disco. So I know Disco is a good guy. And I think he is.
Thank you, sir.
I do. I believe that. But I don't understand why good people, you, myself, been single for forever. Like, why? I don't get it.
Hey,
and it's not that we don't know good people. We know good people.
Right.
We know good people. It's just finding the person that you're attracted to, that's attracted to you at the same time, and all that chemistry stuff. That's what's hard.
Mike says, real quick, I think we're attracted to the opposite energy. If a woman wanted someone who was nice and overly sensitive, she'd date another woman.
I don't believe that. I don't want no woman.
I don't know. Huh?
I don't want no woman. I don't want no woman.
My man Johnny Number says that's code word for she wants to go hard for the sex. That's when he's talking about when I said she said I was not aggressive enough. But you know what, Johnny? You know what's funny? I look back a little while later. I look back on that situation and realized that's exactly what that was. That's exactly what it was, man. She wanted me to go hard for it. She wanted to do it, but didn't want to tell me she wanted to do it. But I ain't that man. Look, no. I ain't. If you got to tell me, we gonna do it, man. Or make the bus a move or something. I mean, I might do a couple of things, see what it is. But I ain't. I look. My job is ruin that for me, bro. I can't. Now I've seen situations where one hand gesture done turned in the whole case, so I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? What Brandon says, women, and he emphasized not want nice guys. They need to stop telling that lie. What do they want, B?
Right. What do they want then?
What do they want, B? Women do not want nice guys.
So let me give you some context on that, because this is what happens in real life. Women will say, "That's right, put that ear out." So
I'm listening.
So this is what the unspoken word about nice guys. They say nice guys finish last.
We do. Go ahead.
When you think about a nice guy, the woman, when she says, I want a nice guy, she's not really saying, I want a nice guy. She's saying the type of guy that I'm attracted to, I want him to be nice. And that may not be you. So if
Okay.
it's a thug, I want that thug to be nice to me. If a nice guy
Right.
goes around, you be like, but he ain't my type, though.
Right.
And you're gonna keep it moving.
Right. You
Stop
know
it.
what?
Stop it. Y'all
You
have
hit
types
something.
and y'all have things y'all attracted to, and y'all would love for that type to be the nice person to you.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I don't
My
have a
man
type.
just nailed that. Okay, brother. Okay, we winning right now. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Wait a minute. Hold
better
up.
get-
I need some females. Come on, girl.
My man just
No,
smacked it
that's
out the park with that analogy. Go ahead.
No, that's not true because
Okay, sir, go ahead.
I don't think it's true because I don't necessarily have a type. I don't necessarily. What does Derek say?
No, Brandon says, Derek, this is why Sierra had a baby with Future before she married you. Hey, for those of y'all that missed it last week, man, Brandon,
I'll take that.
he labeled him as Russell
Wilson.
Wilson all show. Go ahead, sir.
No, I don't think that that's true about they want the thug to be a nice guy. I mean, it might
I'm
be
not
for
saying
some
thug.
women.
I'm saying your type, whatever you attracted to. Like let's say Disco is a nice guy, right? And he wants your attention. If he's not your type, it don't matter how nice he is. It's what
That's
you're
true.
looking
I
for.
agree with that. No,
The
I do
unfortunate
agree.
side
I do
effect
agree.
of it is that guy that's been that type of guy that's been treating you like crap all those years. He probably ain't gonna never be nice. It's
Right.
time to
No,
move
I
on to
agree
something
with
different.
that. No, okay. I agree with that. With that, how you said it like that. But before what you said, no. No.
Same thing.
Because no, it's not. Because he said thug at first, and I
Nah,
don't
I
want
didn't
no
say
thug.
somebody. I don't use that word. Somebody in the comments said that. Brandon said that.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, you do want
I'm
something
saying
to be nice.
if your type is a thug, you're gonna look for a thug type guy, and you're gonna want him to be nice to you. 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna happen, and you like, damn. And the nice guys over here, like, what about me? What about me? You're not giving off that.
Right. No, it is a chemistry thing. Because I've met some great guys that I'm not attracted to. I'm just not attracted to. So no, I don't want them. I gotta be attracted to you because I do want to still have sex. Like I might not be having it, but I still want to have sex one day. So I want to be attracted to you, and I want you to be nice.
But that's what he's saying. That's exactly what he was saying. The guy that you're attracted to.
Okay, yeah. Then I agree.
The
with
guy
that.
that you're normally attracted to. Normally,
understand.
y'all not attracted to guys like me or Dirt or even my
Hold
man
on,
Brandon.
wait.
You know,
You got
we
me.
nice guys, bro.
Don't put me in there.
We nice guys.
Don't do that.
We nice
I
guys,
like
man.
nice guys. I do like nice guys, and I've just not been it's a chemistry thing. Like I don't have a type of guy. Like he don't have to be tall. He don't have to be bulky. I don't have a type, like a look type. I have a personality type, which is nice. I want him to have a nice personality. I want him to be a gentleman. I want him to know how to treat me as a lady.
Ho. Hey, stop. We're going to stop the show real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and get that in, please.
You see that?
Please get it in.
Huh? You saw what I see, right?
Put it up.
I don't even know if I should. Michelle, I should.
Go ahead and put it up, man. Let's do this.
What'd she say?
Girls aren't with thugs because they are nice. They are with them because they can F word. Are you kidding me?
Nice guys can't.
Are you kidding me right now?
That would make the assumption that thugs.
Oh no.
Are you kidding me, Michelle? Like, are you serious?
No, because I know some nice guys that can get it in. So she's wrong. Sorry. My bad.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this alone. I'm gonna leave. Hey, are you kidding me? I wonder who gonna co-sign that nonsense.
I'm not.
Go ahead and put Brandy's comment up for Suge so she can
Suge,
answer that.
Suge, Brandon says, Suge, can you define what a real, emphasize real man is? I bet the answer will contain only items that benefit women.
No, he's got to have good character. He's got to have a great personality. He's got to be able to be a family man. He's got to be able to know how to be a care person. He's got no, I'm not materialistic. So you can't get that from me. I'm not looking for money. I'm not looking for somebody to take care of me. I take care of myself. I've been doing it since I was 18. So please, I don't need no man to take care of me. I want a man here that knows how to be a man. That, if my oil needs to change my oil. Why should I have to do that? You're the man.
So damn,
take out the trash. Huh?
Show a damn car.
It's my car. Get out of here. Come on now. Come on now. Don't
Man,
do
look,
that, because I know that's not who you are. So please don't come with that. Don't even come with it, because I
All
know
right.
you better than that. I know you better than that.
My man,
So,
John.
so
Go
let's
ahead,
put
go
this in context. Put up Johnny numbers.
I was
comment.
just getting ready
Yeah,
to.
Michelle right behind him.
My man Johnny says you all got to define nice. Fair enough,
So
John.
here's the most important piece. You got to define what nice means, because some women believe nice means weak, right? And then when you segue into Michelle's comment, that's an assumption that a nice guy is weak. He's not taking chances. That is not true. A nice guy isn't beating your ass. A nice guy isn't treating you like shit. And he wants to take care of you, make sure you good. That does not make him weak. That doesn't mean he can't fuck. That just means that he wants the best for you.
Exactly.
But because he's that nice, you're like, oh my God, why is he? What? Nah, I don't. He's something must be wrong with him.
Christina, I'm glad you found us, love. Thank you for joining. You can't just sit there and be a stranger. Yeah, you got to join in here. What's up, Kaya? Welcome, Michelle. Michelle is back.
Hey,
hey, buddy.
Chuck. Hey, Derek.
Hey.
What you got to say?
So Johnny beat me to it. I wanted to jump on to ask the question he asked. I was going to say, what does it mean when people say a nice guy? What does that mean? Okay. But then you already kind of answered it when you said people see it as weakness, or but some people, right? I agree with you, Chuck. I don't. And I don't agree with the thing that girls get with the thug because he good in the bed. Like I don't.
Michelle crazy with that one. I don't know what's she. Are you crazy, girl?
Michelle has a type.
Man, look here, man. I will post some of my videos on here real quick. That would show a nice guys know what we doing.
No.
My man Rivio says environment that the women grew up in plays a role in how the woman picks her man. You know what, Rivio? I can I don't know, bro, because it's some true. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I've dated women that grew up in Southeast, Maryland, DC, Virginia, grew up in good neighborhoods behind gates, grew up in the slums fighting roaches. They all turned out different. You know what I mean?
Does he mean environment in that context, or does he mean environment as to what they saw as far as relationships?
You know what? Good question. Hey, Rivio, you got to elaborate on that. She brought up a good point. Christina says, shit. Oh, well, let's go back to that one. The reality is you don't want a nice guy if you reject a nice guy. Boom.
That's not true.
I'm going to go to her first comment. The biggest problem is there's boy and there's men. Define the difference. We usually attract what we don't want because we focus on the don'ts. On the don'ts. Explain that one for me. The reality is, can you break that down, Christine? Hit the button and join in here, girl. We still got room for a couple more people up here.
I agree with Shug too, going back a little bit on the chemistry thing. Like, I'm just going to be real. There are things that I find attractive physically, but I'm not a person that will not pursue or, like, just because it doesn't fit certain things that I normally find attractive doesn't mean I won't. If I have that chemistry,
right,
I won't, go forward. So I believe that the chemistry is a big thing. So Shug, I know we are past that, but I wasn't on yet, and I want to say you hit the nail on the head with that one.
Hey, here you go. Can you see that, Michelle? So I asked. Brandon says, so I asked what a real man is. The answer I got was to change her oil in her car. Michelle, what do you say a real man is?
So I asked what a real man.
I said, okay.
He said the answer he got was to change the oil in the car.
Yeah, Shug said change the oil in the car.
I want a man that, like, if I needed my oil change, he would do that. That's not the only thing I said that, but if that's all he heard, okay. Okay.
So what is a real man, Michelle? Help me understand. Maybe I'm not one. I don't know. Maybe I can go find some of these qualities in Walmart or something. Ain't nobody in there right now.
But I do think so. I just love you to death anyway. I think that you are a real man. Okay. To me, a real man, and you all have already kind of touched on these things. Definitely the respect is there. Be a gentleman. I'm old school as well with things like that. Also just knowing, just stable, like knowing you'll be there, you know, like, and this is me and you as friends, okay?
Right.
As even just as in our friendship, I know if I called you, I don't care what time it was, if I needed something and you could do it, you would be there. That's, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of men that say they talk it, but when it comes to you really needing them and being there, they don't show up.
We got a party tonight. Christina.
Welcome, Christina. Welcome.
Hey.
Go ahead, speak it up, girl. What you got to say?
I was saying in my comment that the reality is that
Come closer to the phone.
Yeah, you gotta come a little bit
sorry.
closer. You can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
I was saying that basically when we focus on things that we don't want, this is like not even relating to just people, but things, when we focus on that continuously, then that's what we attract. So if you're over here like, I don't want this from a man, or I don't want this from a woman, you're going to attract that because that's what you're telling the universe that you technically want. So if you're constantly talking about, I want this, I want this, I want this, this is something I want to manifest, and you're going to get that. So all the girls are like, oh, I don't want a nice guy, or I want a nice guy, but then they're over here like, oh, I don't like him because he's not attractive to me, and like, then you're not even giving yourself the opportunity to see what a real nice guy is. Then.
So
I get what you're saying too. When you focus on the don't,
how come I can't see
you're
nobody?
feeding the energy too. So that's what you attract.
Say that again, Michelle.
No, I said I understand now that she's explained it on here. I get it. She's saying what you focus on, what you put your energy into, is what you attract. So if you're so focused on the don't, so I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't want this. That's what you're feeding your energy into.
Right, Christina, you can't hear. We can hear you.
No, I can hear you, but I can't hear anybody else.
Okay, they're talking.
So Christina, that's what you do. Refresh your browser and come back in.
Yeah, that's probably what I did.
So I agree. I understand what she was saying. As far as putting stuff out in the universe, I agree with that. I do agree with that. Put what you want out to the universe, and it will manifest and come to you. I definitely agree with that. I don't necessarily agree that if you're saying like I'm not attracted, like if I'm not attracted to someone, I'm not attracted. If there's no chemistry, there's no chemistry. Like, you know, if there's chemistry or not. I mean, I give a person a chance. If I meet them in person and I don't feel like there's an attraction, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let it go any further. I might be your friend, but it's not gonna go any further.
Kaya, because it's my show. That's why. Hey, where my man at? Can you hear us, Christina?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now. I was just listening.
All right.
I just saw that question you took down. Oh, you took it down. Okay.
Hold on, real quick. Johnny says men got to stop tripping. Everything is not for everybody. She's going to be attracted to whomever she's attracted to. You may think you're a good man, but not good for her. Hey, you know what? I battled with that. Honestly, it wasn't until like 2 years ago, man, that I said, you know what? Hey, I got to stop tripping because even though I know I'm a good dude, I might not be good for them. I'm not good for everybody. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I think I'm the ideal guy. I absolutely do. But I know I'm not the ideal guy for everybody. I mean, might be my complexion. It might be my height. It might be my weight. It might be my career. And I'm saying these things because these are things that I've heard from out of women's mouth. So I get it, man. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that. You don't like me because of these certain things? Fuck you. You still single. I'm because you have to be. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm not putting that energy, that negative energy back into the air anymore, man. I'm done with that, bro.
When you said fuck you, I think that was negative energy.
Damn, my bad. Hey. I'm sorry. Hey, we'll just go back here real quick. It says the majority of women swear we're equal, but holds us to standards they never hold themselves to. Chivalry and the strong, independent type don't coexist. Christina, talk on that.
Okay. Well, I don't believe that men and women are equal. I really don't know what they're trying to relate to on that comment, though.
Okay.
Mike.
Strong independent and the strong independent type don't coexist. I mean, that's something that kind of depends on. I mean, it kind of relates to what you guys were talking about earlier about, you know, how you grew up, what you know, what you don't know, your experiences. That's really the biggest thing. So that's all by perception on that topic.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I guess. Somebody else want to comment on that?
So I think that. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Michelle.
No, go ahead, Chuck. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm kind of taking over. Sorry. No, I think chivalry and a strong woman can coexist as long. Strong, independent woman can coexist as long, because there's always places. Like, we have our places, and we do lose that. Men and women have forgot their place. And it
is. Stop, Chuck.
Oh, I knew it was coming.
Stop, Chuck.
Yes.
It's just so cute.
Look at his face.
What's my place, Chuck?
No, as being the man of the house. You're the man of the house.
Huh?
The man of the house.
That's my place.
See, I'm 50-50 with that. Sorry, I hate to cut y'all off.
No, go ahead.
No,
like I said,
because I'm about to go in. Go ahead, because I was about to go in. Go ahead.
You know what? I think this is okay. I do believe that, men are.
That wasn't a military.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
No,
Stop,
you're good,
go ahead.
girl.
Go ahead,
It's all
Christine.
good. It's all good.
Go ahead.
I do believe that, men should, be the protector and be, the man that we see them as. But at the same time, I feel like we both should share the same type of qualities. I feel like things should be a compromise in any relationship, that you shouldn't just, like, for instance, they automatically, a man thinks a wife's material is she does dishes, she does laundry, she takes care of the kids, she takes care of all the bills, like, doing all the information, he brings the money home, she cooks, right. She cleans. I don't think that that's, again, perception. We think back in the day, that's what we were supposed to do. But at the same time, I feel like that's a partnership. I think that there should be a fine line between who comes back together. Like, you guys should be able to, compromise on those things. I feel like some days a woman needs to sit the fuck down, and I'm sorry to be like that, but times that we need to sit down. We tired. We I'm sorry, I don't have kids, but I have raised kids before. I've been around kids before, obviously, right. But it's not easy. So you think I'm just gonna cook, clean, and if I have to work, if I have to work, you think that I have that energy? And if you could just sit down on the couch and watch your TV, nah, bro, you better get your ass up. Do something. Can you take the trash out? Can you do some of these dishes while I put the food on the table for the kids? You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more of a partnership, not, the man's supposed to do this, the woman's supposed to do this. I think that's a partnership you guys should agree on and compromise on, because it's never going to be a healthy thing if one person exhausted and the other one is just sitting down and not doing a damn thing. I'm sorry. That's just
now the question that was up there though. This is not all cases, but I do think that people, not just women, he kind of geared it towards women, but I think in general, there are people who have expectations of the other person, but they don't even bring what they're expecting to the table. I agree with that. That's not all the time that it happens. And then with the chivalry question, this is my thing. People automatically take being independent and a strong woman as we don't need a man. And there are women who say that, but my thing is there is a such thing as being independent and being strong, but still being open and knowing that you need that helpmate. Yeah. So, and I hate when people always kind of put that strong, independent, and whatever. And I hate when I hear women say that, like, I'm strong, I'm independent, I don't need a man. I hate that, because then it makes us all look bad when we are strong, when we are independent, but we might not. Do you get what I'm saying? It's
let me interrupt y'all real quick, because I got 3 women right here and some in the comment section. Let's clarify this right now. What is a strong woman? Because in my opinion, what I've been getting, a female that's what I've seen is a female that she talks to you with attitude and popping her neck, or defy you, or go listen, that goes against what you're saying, or things like that, or very rebellious. She always claiming herself to be a strong. You can't handle a strong woman. That's all. No, I can't handle your attitude. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I can't handle your attitude. Hey, what's strong about you?
No, man, you intimidated by their strength. That's what they say.
Intimidated? What strength, bro? The strength of the way she pop her neck? Damn
That's
right.
called depression and misery.
Yeah, say it again.
That's not strength.
So what is this is what we're gonna do. Because we're gonna have to. I missed. There's a couple of topics that I didn't get to, but that's okay. We're gonna get to. I'm gonna do it to be continued. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with you, Suge, and I'm gonna end up with Michelle. It's gonna be Suge, Christina, and Michelle. All right. Suge, what is a strong woman?
I don't think a strong woman is the woman that's snapping her neck and, all in your face or whatever. A strong woman doesn't belittle her man. That's one.
So what?
A
Okay, what does she
strong
do?
woman, she might be able to take care of herself and be independent. To me, a strong woman still needs a man. Maybe not needs, but wants a man.
Right.
Like we don't necessarily need you, but we want you in our lives, even though we can take care of ourselves because we're tired. Like who said that we're tired of doing shit by ourselves? Like I've been doing shit by myself all the time. Okay, that's it. Like,
Christina.
I still want you.
Christina, what is a strong woman? You got 60 seconds. Go.
Okay, my perception is it's a mentality thing. I think that everything that you were talking about, like how she's snapping her neck and all that stuff, that to me is depression and misery. And I believe that a woman that is actually strong, she has, her head over her shoulders. She's very positive. She's always a go-getter. She's always making sure that she's good for her. At the end of the day, yes, we want people in our lives, but at the end of the day, it's about you and only you. So if you got you, I feel like that is a strong person, not necessarily a woman, but a strong person in general. Somebody that really wants, they go after their desires and their passions and things that they really want for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's all I have. Michelle, I like that. Thank you. Michelle, what is a strong woman?
So, oh my goodness. Christina and Shug, they did a great job explaining that. I agree. I agree with every point that they laid out already as far as being a strong woman, but I also think that, and this is going to sound like it's contradicting, but I also think part of being a strong woman is not being afraid to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
So, especially in a relationship, I'm relating this to a relationship. You have to be. Sometimes it takes a strong woman or a person to be vulnerable.
I'm having too much fun. Go ahead.
To be vulnerable, and I think you have to be. I think everyone already just kind of summed it up. I agree with all the points were made, but I think sometimes strength and I think Christina, you said it. Sometimes being strong does mean zipping it and falling back and knowing that that's the moment, knowing the timing, knowing being woman enough and strong enough to know when it's not time to flip out and be crazy and fall back. You know what I mean?
It's like, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, I got two more I want to hit up real quick before we end up in this. Two more bullets I want to hit. Makes you unhappy. If someone is constantly making you unhappy, you owe it to yourself to let that person go. Man, oh man, there's no point in being in a situation, a friendship, a working relationship if you're gonna be constantly unhappy. Why is this person constantly making you unhappy, man? You gotta sit down and reevaluate that. Why are you sitting there being unhappy? You owe yourself happiness. You don't owe anybody anything. Nothing. You owe yourself happiness. Your happiness is paramount.
Self-love.
Say it again.
It starts with self-love.
The people on the other side ain't hear you, bro. Say it again.
Came in, love you more. You gotta love you more than the unhappiness. You gotta love you more than whatever the BS you're dealing with. And when you come to the conclusion of this isn't making me happy, then you got a decision to make. But some people, their emotions and the situations get in the way, and then they end up staying for years, and it turns into a lot of toxic stuff.
Yeah, they don't know how to get out. People don't know how to get out. They don't always know how to get out. It's not always as easy as one thinks, even though it is just as easy as walking away. If you're unhappy, walk away, no matter what the situation is. I've been there. I've done it. Lots of people have done it. You can do it. Everyone can do it.
Right.
It's a choice.
Hey, you know what you got to do?
Get the fuck out.
Hey, let's hit this one real quick. Let's try to get this. Lower your high standard. Lowers your high standards. A toxic relationship will lower your high standards. Toxic relationships can cause us to slowly begin accepting what was once not acceptable. Man, oh man, oh man. Let me read that again. Toxic relationships can cause us to slowly begin accepting what was once not acceptable. Once you start changing yourself for this relationship, for this other person, man, it's time. It's time to
Get the fuck out.
because it's not healthy, bro. It is unhealthy, man. You can't do it. Why are you? Let me put this back up here for the people that ain't see it. Man, look at that. Hey, Christina, read that.
It says lowers your high relationships can cause us to slowly begin accepting what was once not acceptable. Amen, Jesus. I needed to hear that.
Man, because we're accepting stuff, man. You accepting being called out your name. You accept being called bitches, hoes. You worthless. You ain't nothing. You'll never be nothing. You start accepting people not coming home. You know what I mean? Calling any time of the night. You know, you start accepting dumb stuff that you never would. You're compromising yourself. Don't ever compromise yourself. You can't.
I do have to say,
I've been there.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, I do have to say this when
ahead.
it comes to that energy. You were talking about it earlier, but I couldn't find this. But energy is huge, though, because I don't think people realize when you're surrounded by people, whether that's friends, family, the energy does impact you. And if you don't know how to shake that energy off and realize that energy is not yours, it's theirs, then you will become that energy. So whether it's negative or toxic or whatever, you become that. So I think that's kind of why we naturally lower our standards, accept what that comment said, accept what we use, because that energy gets the best of us. So you gotta shake it off, baby. Shake it off. And like you said, get the
So anybody else got a comment on that?
So I know that a lot of times, because I do have some, I don't think they're high standards, but I do have some standards. And my male friends would tell me for a long time, you need to lower your standards. You need to lower. I'm like, why do I need to lower my standards? If I do that, then I'm not going to be happy. Then I'm settling for less than what I want. Why should I do that?
So never settle, man. The only place you should settle is in court, and that's if you can't fight. That's it.
I think also for the context of this, that thing that you put up about lowering your standards, I think for me, it's like when you initially get into the relationship and you feel like this person meets your standards, and then you get into the relationship and things start to change, and then you start accepting less because you're already in it. And that's the toxic, the toxic area is when you start to settle inside the relationship for things that are less than what you said that you wanted in the beginning. And then it becomes the new normal for you. And then you live in that. And then you become something different because of it.
Absolutely, man. We can't compromise ourselves, man. Damn that. I've been in so many crazy relationships. I have no idea, bro. I done seen it all. That's why I feel I'm a great spokesperson for these topics that I bring up here and on my page, man. I've seen a lot, been through a lot, done a lot, experienced a lot.
But I think too, with a lot of people, when people think toxic or bad relationship, it automatically goes to like obvious bad things, like calling you out of your name or doing things. But sometimes you can be in something where it's not that blatant, obvious thing, and time goes by before you really realize that it's eating away at you. It could be little things that you don't even, that are not those kind of standout things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I've been through that too, where I was like, I've been with this person for a long time, and you start to look back like the person is not a bad person, so to speak. Like they haven't, they're not doing crazy things to you. They're not cheating on you, beating on you, doing crazy things. But then you start to realize over time that you've kind of, like with me, I saw that I was kind of, and it wasn't intentional. Like I wasn't telling myself, okay, don't do this, don't do that. But I started noticing that I have a big personality, and I started noticing that it was kind of diminishing, but this person wasn't saying anything, but because of their personality, I started realizing, why are you diminishing? And then when I would let my real self come out to him, it would look like, oh, you brand new. What's going on? Why are you doing it? And that became a toxic situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I started to realize that I was changing, but it was so subtle.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the blatant toxic thing that you
absolutely.
think about.
My man Johnny says, don't lower your standards, but be realistic. 35 to 40 years of not finding it, you may be chasing a dream. My man. I mean, that's you hit them hard with that, and then at that time you're just gonna have to. Hey y'all, that's our show for the day, man. We're gonna come back here. I believe we're back tomorrow. Should be back tomorrow, man. And I appreciate you all. Christina, a new addition. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I appreciate all of y'all. My man Dirk, man, you're great. Everybody's great. I appreciate y'all, man. I hope that we can have continued success and you guys will join us in the future. Tell your friends about us. You know, we're trying to get to a level of nationwide. Working on getting some well-known faces to come up on here so we can talk to everybody. Everybody feel like one big family. I'm trying. But thank you guys. We can continue the conversation in the comment section offline. Appreciate y'all. Good night. No, I'm not gonna say good night. You know what I'm gonna say, Dirk?
Get the fuck out.
How did I know?
Bye, y'all.
Good night.